All right, welcome into the Nova Fieldhouse 1 year later.
Oh, yeah.
I am with the owner of the company and founder of this product here at the Nova Fieldhouse, Patrick Stewart. Patrick, I remember when you guys first got this place and, the condition it was in and then what you had to do to get this off the ground. So much goes into building something like this that maybe people don't know about. So let's talk about 1 year later, sort of where you are in the process and also some of the growth and development that you've seen as a company.
Well, as you said, essentially we started last year. This December 1st we opened our doors, so this is our actual anniversary. Took the building over in October, spent all the time, effort, and money to turf the fields with the idea that we wanted to have the biggest fields in the region. And we have done that. And in the last year, we started off with Triple Edge Lacrosse being one of our major user groups, so to speak. And in that year, we've picked up the word is spread throughout the other sports. Soccer, we have a wealth of soccer groups that are in here, particularly the elite travel groups who value this facility as close to the outdoor game as possible. We have the field hockey groups that have been in here throughout the year. The basketball, as we were talking about basketball all morning, the basketball court is basically booked solid, being that there's only one court, but it is the only NBA-sized basketball court here in the area. We're very proud of that as well. So essentially, it's hard to believe it's been a year.
Sure.
We've worked very hard. But to get back to Triple Edge, last year we literally opened the doors the week before the season started. We had no time to really market. We got some big name schools in. This year we've got 50 more teams than we had last year. We have 180 teams, over 3,000 kids gearing up to start next weekend.
Yeah,
so,
and you talk about that growth, and the Winter League of Lacrosse is really being an indoor facility, and you can kind of see behind me the two turf fields. We're sitting on the basketball court, and that's really what sets you guys apart from other facilities. Is A, the facility is fantastic, and B, the relationships that you have in the community, and I think that you've obviously been able to do a great job in not only bringing in the lacrosse community that you're very familiar with, but also other user groups like you mentioned, soccer and field hockey, among others. But let's talk a little bit about Winter League. You've grown so quickly. There's so many teams coming in. Talk a little bit about what it takes to pull off a Winter League here.
Well, we're actually today trying to finalize our rosters and schedules for the league that starts next week. We have a bunch of matrices that we've got to work with. A lot of SATs are next week, so a lot of varsity teams can't play. Centerville and Westfield are in the state football.
Sure.
So they can't play next week. So there's a lot of different variables, a lot of different things that we have to work with. But essentially, we will be putting the teams together, put the schedule together, and again, with 180 teams and only a finite amount of time here, you've got to balance buys, all that stuff. Quite honestly, we're dealing with the administrative stuff now. Next 2 days will be a nightmare, and then we can actually start what we love to do, and that is to have games going on here.
Tell me a little bit about that league, and what do participants get?
Well, essentially, it's a game-only league, so most of the teams, and as the teams are getting closer to their spring season, whether they're youth or high school, we have over 50 high school teams, several teams that didn't play with us last year who are on board this year. They're getting geared up for their spring.
Sure.
And essentially, they've been playing together. They've been doing fall leagues or whatever, but this is the crunch time before spring. So a lot of the coaches put in their teams, JV, varsity teams, and they're actually evaluating and looking. They can't coach their own kids throughout the season, but they're looking at the kids to see where they're going to be for the upcoming spring season.
And with the explosion of the sport of lacrosse, I mean, you can play fall ball outside, spring is the high school season, and you guys are filling that void of where do I play in the off season, really, if there is an off season now, but where do I play, and summer as well, but in that winter time when it's freezing cold out, and boy, have you absolutely nailed it. And moving forward, I mean, how do you, in year two, how do you build on that? Where does Triple Edge and the Nova Fieldhouse go from here?
Well, we touch on Winter League, but actually one of the things that we weren't really sure how the public was going to react, we did all of our summer camps in here.
Nice.
We got the kids out of the heat, out of the code red. They were in here. They were the kids just reacted a whole lot better also to our training and to our stuff because they're not out in the heat. Our staff actually worked better because they weren't out in the heat. We ran all of our youth summer league in here. So it wasn't just, Triple Edge is just not Winter League in here. We're actually getting the groups in here in the summer, and it was awesome, and they loved it because the first night we were actually going through explaining the situation. You look outside, thunderstorm, massive rain, and the kids are in here and they're safe.
No cancellations.
No cancellations. Yeah. And it's something that the business model, a lot of times, a lot of groups, a lot of buildings like this, they're saying we're an indoor winter type thing, sure. But we really nailed down. And not only Triple Edge did 6 day camps in here, but we also had Dulles South Football did a week-long football camp. Corver Soccer, which is a nationally known soccer group, came in and did their camp, and then now they're actually back doing nighttime stuff through the winter as well. So, it's been one of those things where we're not an exclusive lacrosse program or indoor facility for lacrosse, and the public is. We haven't done a whole lot of marketing, and it's a lot of word of mouth, and we couldn't be any happier. What we're now looking to do is expand some of our daytime activities for moms, younger kids, where we're doing some really kiddie soccer type stuff, mommy boot camp stuff, and we're getting close to finalizing a deal with our cardiovascular and fitness side. So wow. As we expand from that perspective, that's really where we want to be.
It's been really exciting to watch you guys grow as a company. So, best of luck continuing in the next year. And,
awesome.
We'll be watching.
Thanks for your support, and we'll keep supporting you guys
Appreciate
as well.
it. Hey, if people want to find you, Patrick, how do they find you?
Nova Fieldhouse is Nova Fieldhouse info. NovaFieldhouse.com is the website. You want to email us about any rentals or job opportunities. Actually, we're expanding so much that we need some more good quality staff. That would be info@NovaFieldhouse.com. All right.
Great. Find them on the web. Thanks.
Awesome.
Right, good work.